Think you still can recognize your favorite celebrities from decades ago, even after years out of the limelight and countless transformations? We'll show you a photo of how they look now, 5 seconds on the clock, before revealing their younger selves and the roles that made them stars. Once every college dorm had her face from Love Story. Now at 86, Ollie McGraw channels her legacy into wellness and wildlife causes, stepping far from scripted romance but never from stories that heal, inspire, and endure beyond the screen. Like a weathered lens sharpened with time, Bruce Dern, once George Lumley in Hitchcock's Family Plot, still haunts indie cinema with roles steeped in grit. At 88, he's traded mainstream fame for layered characters and relentless storytelling. Elaine Dickinson's chaotic calm in Airplane made Julie Haggerty a comic force. Decades later, she reemerges in sharp, satirical roles, less slapstick, more surreal, adapting to streaming-age quirks with her signature softness and surprising bite. Like a spotlight that dims only to reveal depth, Leslie and Warren, once dazzling as Norma Cassidy in Victor/Victoria, now lend her voice to advocacy and stage, rewriting legacy through mentorship, not marquee billing. Once the brooding Vincent Mancini in The Godfather Part 3, Andy Garcia now blends wisdom with fire, less on red carpets, more in indie films and Latin stories, proving true power isn't fame but choosing which roles still matter. She once debated ethics with the Hulk as Dr. Carolyn Fields. Today, Mariette Hartley speaks on mental health and family scars, turning screen strength into real-world courage, her legacy now shaped by candor, not just credits. She lit the screen as Lana in Risky Business, redefining allure in the 80s. Now Rebecca De Mornay's legacy threads through indie dramas and quiet producing work, less provocation, more precision in how stories are told and who gets to tell them. From America's sweetheart on the Donna Reed Show to TV matriarchs with grit, Shelley Fabares aged with her audience. Now 82, she's withdrawn from the spotlight, but her impact echoes through decades of evolving portrayals of strong-willed women. She emerged from the surf in Dr. No, cementing the Bond girl mythos. Ursula Andress, now 89, turned fame's tidal wave into a quiet current, fiercely private, rarely seen, yet forever etched in pop culture and cinematic revolution. As Jefferson Darcy on Married with Children, Ted McGinley mastered sitcom charm. Now he thrives behind the camera and in community roles, proving satire was only one act in a career shaped by range, not just ratings. Before we continue these amazing celebrity transformations, here's a quick challenge for you. Can you subscribe to Then vs. Now Legends in the next 5 seconds? Smash that subscribe button and join us on this journey through time with your favorite stars. Like a jazz solo echoing through decades, Russ Tamblyn, riff in West Side Story, still resonates. His rhythm shifted to art and mentorship, guiding new talents while his screen legacy keeps leaping across generations. From haunted hallways and poltergeist to shaping indie film boards, JoBeth Williams moved from screams to strategy. Still a fierce advocate for storytelling, she trades limelight for influence, proving impact evolves with intention. Like Moonlight over Paris, Catherine Deneuve, forever Séverine in Belle de Jour, casts a cool brilliance. At 81, she embraces cinema's shifts, acting sparingly but powerfully. Her presence is elegant and enigmatic as the film she once defined. From high-flying kicks and tights to real-life rescue missions, Burt Ward, Robin of the 60s Batman series, now champions dog welfare. At 79, he's traded bat gadgets for advocacy, proving that legacy isn't just what you play, but what you protect. Ariel in Footloose danced through rebellion and heartache. Laurie Singer, now 63, shifted to avant-garde music and selective screen work. Less spotlight, more substance, crafting a career tuned to creativity's deeper, often overlooked frequencies. As Chekhov in Star Trek, Walter Koenig once navigated galaxies. Now he explores quieter realms, writing, conventions, and reflection. From phasers to pins, his legacy proves that cultural icons can still evolve long. As Anita in West Side Story, Rita Moreno sparked a revolution in representation. At 93, she still commands stages and screens, championing equity with humor and fire, her spotlight no longer earned, but undeniably owned. Like brushstrokes on fading celluloid, Nancy Kwan's image in the world of Susie Wong endures, complex, trailblazing. Now an advocate for Asian representation, she reshapes the frame that once tried to define her. She unleashed chaos as Bellatrix in Harry Potter, but Helena Bonham Carter's path has always defied category. At 59, she thrives in eccentric, fearless roles, balancing indie grit and royal biopics with a creative pulse that never settles. As Dr. Victor Ehrlich on St. Elsewhere, he delivered quirky warmth and wit. Today, Ed Begley Jr. leads with purpose, an outspoken environmentalist whose legacy spans beyond screen credits, rooted in advocacy, invention, and sustainability. Once the poised spy and From Russia with Love, Daniela Bianchi stepped away from film in her prime. Now 82, she remains a symbol of international allure, her brief, brilliant flash in Bond lore still echoing across decades of espionage cinema. He once barked plays as Coach Hayden Fox. Now Craig T. Nelson chooses roles with restraint, appearing in prestige TV and lending gravity to ensemble casts. Less a sideline retiree, more a steady force in evolving narratives. Like a mirror reflecting different decades, Annette Bening's journey, from American Beauty to stage powerhouses, reveals transformation with edge. Now she thrives in layered roles, crafting relevance without chasing the roar. She once stirred hearts as Paula McFadden in The Goodbye Girl. Now Marsha Mason cultivates theater from behind the scenes. From ingenue to director, she proves the curtain never really falls on passion. She burned through Sea of Love as Helen Kruger, sharp, sultry, unpredictable. Now 71, Ellen Barkin embraces edgier roles and outspoken advocacy, shifting from femme fatale to fearless voice in an industry still catching up to her candor. Once the affable Dr. Bricker on The Love Boat, Bernie Koppel rode television's golden age with a wink. At 90, he pops up in cameos, a living link to TV's breezy past, proving a well-timed laugh can outlast changing tides in pop culture. From Basil Fawlty's manic meltdowns to global satire, John Cleese redefined absurdist comedy. At 85, he writes, tours, and debates, still razor-sharp, still poking at power, still proving wit doesn't weaken with age. It just gets more dangerous. Like steel forged in cinema's darker corners, Michael Ironside, unforgettable as Richter in Total Recall, still sharpens stories with voice work and gritty roles. His menace mellowed, but his presence remains unmistakably potent. As Flat Top in Dick Tracy, William Forsythe chewed scenery with menace. Today, he drifts between crime dramas and indie gems, still fierce, but more selective, channeling grit into craft over spectacle. Captain BJ Honeycutt in MASH Asterisk made Mike Farrell a household name. Decades later, he's just as committed, off-screen, advocating for justice and peace, proving heroism can live beyond the final fade-out. His turn as John Gotti in Gotti was pure gravitas, controlled fire in a tailored suit. Now 76, Armand Assante gravitates to international cinema and quiet mentorship, trading mob boss intensity for a slower, deliberate shaping of screen legacy. Django dragged a coffin through spaghetti westerns and into legend. Franco Nero, now 82, still accepts roles with flair, balancing European art house with genre nostalgia, his stare no less icy, his screen presence still steeped in myth. In Drugstore Cowboy, she embodied a raw, restless cool. Kelly Lynch, now 62, moved behind the scenes and into architectural design, crafting spaces and stories, choosing reinvention over repetition in career and craft. She once cackled through chaos as Tiffany in Child's Play. Now Jennifer Tilly doubles as poker queen and cult icon, playing to her strengths in horror and humor, with a wink that says she's still scripting her own rules. Like a song that never quite ends, Dick Van Dyke, forever Rob Petrie, dances on at 99, embodying joy across generations. His legacy isn't nostalgia. It's endurance, grace, and a grin that still lifts every room. Once the master manipulator Abby on Knots Landing, Donna Mills now crafts her path with elegance, returning for select roles while championing age diversity in media. Her power has shifted, not diminished. She once lit up mornings on Live, with Regis and Kathy Lee, a blend of charm and candor. At 71, Kathy writes, directs, and composes, turning personal faith and storytelling into a second act built on creation, not just conversation. From Oscar-winning ingenue to matriarch of the Partridge Family, Shirley Jones harmonized with every era. At 91, she's largely retired but fondly revered, her career a bridge between golden musicals and television's warmest family grooves. You knew him as Inigo Montoya, sword raised in The Princess Bride. But Mandy Patinkin, now 72, became more than a cult quote, an Emmy winner, concert performer, and fierce humanitarian weaving performance and purpose with fearless conviction. Like a voice carried on wind, Peter Coyote, once the mysterious keys in Edie, shifted from screen to narration, guiding documentaries and public stories with poetic calm. His presence now whispers, but it still resonates. As Maggie Seaver on Growing Pains, Joanna Kearns helped define TV motherhood. Today, she directs with quiet precision, shaping stories from behind the lens, proof that influence isn't about visibility, but vision. He once shouted through time as Doc Brown. Now Christopher Lloyd moves at a gentler pace, popping into projects that honor the past while winking at the future. Still electric, just rewired. As Alfred Ludlow in Legends of the Fall, he carried stoic heartbreak with quiet power. At 66, Aidan Quinn leans into character work, steadfast, unsung, and essential, anchoring stories that no longer chase spectacle but emotional depth. She leapt across the screen in a chorus line with poise and grace. Janet Jones, now 64, stepped away from the spotlight to focus on family and philanthropy, her legacy not dimmed, just redirected, into lives shaped beyond the stage lights. He sang as young Friedrich in The Sound of Music, then swung into action as TV's first Spider-Man. At 73, Nicholas Hammond writes and acts in Australia, weaving Hollywood nostalgia into thoughtful, often overlooked corners of modern cinema. Before the MCU, Reb Brown donned the shield in Captain America, 1979. Though the spotlight dimmed, he carved a niche in cult cinema and conventions, his early heroics now cherished as retro gold by loyal fans. Like a scene paused mid-breath, Catherine Ross, Elaine in The Graduate, left an imprint of grace and defiance. Now largely off-screen, her legacy lingers in frames that still speak louder than flashier careers. Once the brooding Jake Hansen on Melrose Place, Grant Schoen now balances fatherhood and steady roles in primetime dramas. No longer the poster boy, but a reliable presence navigating TV's evolving tides. Florence on the Jeffersons delivered punchlines with precision and pride. At 94, Marla Gibbs remains a symbol of endurance. Her roles carve space for Black women in sitcoms, and her legacy still reverberates through generations of performers. As Officer and Lewis in RoboCop, she brought toughness and empathy to a cold, cyberpunk world. Now 75, Nancy Allen champions cancer awareness, shifting from action sets to advocacy, proving strength evolves but never fades. Speeding down California highways in Chips, Brody Greer's embodied steady cool. Now 73, he's retreated from acting, finding purpose in teaching and nature, trading scripts for real-life impact beyond the flashing lights of TV fame. Like a quiet verse in a powerful ballad, Barbara Barry, poignant as Evelyn in Breaking Away, continues to resonate through decades of character work and advocacy, proving subtle roles often echo the longest. As Wang Chi in Big Trouble in Little China, Dennis Dunn brought wit and grit. Though Hollywood offered few follow-ups, he stepped back by choice, his impact preserved in a cult classic that still defies genre norms. A teen idol in California Fever, Jimmy McNichol left fame early to pursue music, family, and environmental causes. His story isn't about retreat. It's about redefinition on his own terms, far from the camera's demands. Then versus Now Legends is feeling a bit lonely. 99% of you haven't subscribed yet. Show us some love and hit that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you the jaw-dropping journeys of your favorite stars. And if you're as fascinated by then and now glow-ups as we are, check out our previous videos. Trust us, they're totally worth your time and ours too.